Last week we had a good week. Does this mean that we will have a turnaround in the market? Let's see. Good morning, everyone. This is Ahmed Saleh, and this is the weekly market recap. So the key messages for this week, we had the inflation report and the financial sector results. They were good, and they managed to turn around the market direction. We were going down. We had good inflation and good financial sectors report, and the market started to go up. Still, the base scenario is downward. We have to pass key resistance points, and also we have to have good results so that we continue the upward direction. These are the key messages. Now let's go to the details. The last week we talked about two things that can change the downward direction. We talked about the CPI report, and we talked about the good results. And we said if one of them or two are good, then the downward direction can reverse. And this is exactly what happened. We had a good CPI report and we had good results. In the CPI, we got 2.9. It was the same as expectation, but the surprise was in the core CPI. It slowed down to 3.2% versus the 3.3 expectation and 3.3 in November. Also, the financial sectors had very good results. And as you can see, many of the major financial companies went up by like 9 and 10%. We also had Schlumberger going up by 7% because of a great results and because of the buyback program that they announced for their stocks. So overall, we had a very good week. Yet still the year to date is almost flat in all the indices except the S&P equal weight, which was like the key highlight of the last week, mainly because of Apple lagging off because of some negative report and some downgrade from analysts because the iPhone is not doing well. So Apple dragged down the Mac 7, and this is had an effect on the S&P and on the Nasdaq. If you take December, January, the market is still in the negative area. So let's look at the S&P chart and see what is going on. Last week we had a very high green bar that exceeded the week before, and we closed almost at the high of the week. But still, as you can see, there is a downward trend that is going on. This downward trend will be confirmed that it is reversed once we break the next resistance point, which is at 6,030, and then the all-time high at 6,100. Without the break of these 2 points, we will still be in the negative downward trend. So next week we have the Fed decision on the interest rate. We have 100% unanimous expectation that the Fed will keep the interest rate at the range of 4.25 450, which is the same as what we have currently. This is expected to last for the coming several meetings, that there is no expectation that the Fed will reduce the rates in the coming meeting. What is going to be important in the Fed meeting is what they will say about how do they see the latest CPI report, and if they are still going to have 2 rate cuts during the year, or they are going to increase it or decrease it. So we need to follow up not on the decision. The decision is known already. They will keep it flat unless there is a major surprise. I don't expect so. But what's important is the comments that will happen in the conference call at 8:30 EST time. And what will they say about the future of the rate cuts? Also next week we have Monday is off. Monday is off not because of Trump inauguration, but because of Martin Luther King Day. On Wednesday, as we talked, we have the Fed rate decision. Thursday there is a GDP results, very important. And Friday we have another index for the inflation, which is called BCE. Actually, BCE is the one preferred by the Fed, but because we had the CPI, we don't expect the BCE. They normally follow each other, so we don't expect the BCE to have more surprise. Also, next week we have the continuation of the results. Last week we started with the financial sector. Next week we have major companies that will announce like airlines and consumer goods, GE and Jeff as well. So there are several important companies that will announce the results, and this can decide on the market direction. Our trading strategy is still the same. We have rebound from support, we have the 4 weeks high, 13 weeks high, and the results strategy. We might start adding some of the all-time highs if we see the market continues to go to the upward and break the 6,030 and 6,100, then we can start adding also all-time high strategy. Thank you very much for listening. If you like the video, please press like and share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any question, I'll be gladly answering them. Please put them in the chat box. And this video is for educational purpose only and should not be considered as a financial advice. Any investment or any trade you make is at or your own risk. Thank you very much. This was Ahmed Saleh.